When you say Allahu Akbar and know its meaning, you accept the hikmah of Allah throughout your life. Because you said He's the greatest. You feel a hardship, but you can't see the wisdom behind it. But you realize Allahu Akbar, meaning He is the greatest. He placed you in that situation. You know His wisdom is the greatest wisdom. That in itself relaxes you and puts you at ease. Allahu Akbar means to believe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the greatest in His hikmah, in His wisdom. It means that He is the greatest in His ulu, in His highness, in His izzah, His might, in His power, in His hayat, in His life, in His knowledge, in His ilm, in His qudra, in His ability, in His jalal, His majesty, and in His speech. Allahu Akbar is the word that rocked and trembled the earth under the feet of the enemies. When Amr ibn al-As radiallahu anhu was fighting the Byzantine Empire in Egypt, and he reached to the Babylon fortress, this was 20 years after the Hijrah. They remained for months camping in front of the fortress, unable to conquer it. Then one day, they hear Az-Zubayr ibn al-Awwam radiallahu an shouting Allahu Akbar from on top of the wall. A man in his 50s. From on top of the wall of the fortress, he erected a near 65-foot wooden ladder against the wall of the fortress and climbed it. And the Muslims responded back to him with the shout of Allahu Akbar. The enemy fled while they were shouting Allahu Akbar, and Az-Zubayr went and opened the gates of the fortress to let the Muslims inside. In Sahih Muslim, the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam informed us about a battle at the end of time. In one of the specific ahadith, he said, they will not fight with weapons nor arrows. They will say, La ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar, and one side of it will fall, referring to Al-Qustantaniyah. Then they will say a second time, La ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar, and a second side will fall. And then they will say, La ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar, and the gates will be opened for them and they will enter. And as they're collecting the spoils of the war, they will hear that the Dajjal has come. La ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. Allahu Akbar is not only the beginning of the salah, but even before it, the start of the adhan, the start of the